Okay, guys, Big Brother is watching. I'm joking. Big Brother refers to the government.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so Kami,
Uncle Sam,
and what is it?
Uncle Sam
Uncle
too.
Sam. So be careful
Understand.
for what you say. Um, so Kami, you shared your opinion about why you don't think it's a good choice for you. So if it's not too personal, could you tell us your reasoning?
Oh, sure. Uh,
Personal, I, I, I,
Sorry.
I will to say, I don't want it. I think a lot of things, but
okay.
I feel that kids, it's, I don't know. Again, being teacher, the kids, it's are like my children's, something like that. And I know at 2 p.m. they are going to their houses and I'm free.
Mm,
Parents can say that you have to care your child, mm,
24
today,
hours.
tomorrow, 24 hours, years, 20 years, 30 years, and
Yeah,
mm, right now I think a lot of it.
right.
I am
So
not ready.
do you think it's
I'm not
too much
ready.
responsibility?
Yeah, a lot of.
Mm,
I I I don't I don't have the care I need for myself. I don't know if
mm. Yeah.
but and I don't have the care with myself that what I need. I don't think what can I do with a kid if
Well,
I
but maybe
if I
this is, yeah.
if I take care of me, take care of to other person. That's that's hard.
Yes.
But I think it's a responsible way of deciding anything. When you comprehend your capabilities, your weaknesses, your strengths, and you decide having this information, you are acting responsible. I think you are a responsible woman, Cami, because I am shocked after you said what you heard from those parents, because I can't imagine saying the same thing about my kids. I respect all the ideas and opinions, but I think when you have a child, you are it's needed that you can give the best version of you.
Mm,
So
yeah, but
saying I would prefer not having this child is like resigning to this possibility of the most the most complete version of you, and in a way it's a kind of resigning to be to do your best. So let me congratulate you for recognizing this, because I am 8 years, 48 years old, and when I hear a young person saying that, for me it means a lot.
okay.
Yeah,
Awesome.
thank you. And I think one, no, I don't know, but if you can choose that, choose that. But that person says me, I don't want to be that. That I took the decision to take up care of my kid, but I don't want it, and that's hard. It's
Yeah.
really hard, and I don't know. They told me it's exhausted to be parent, and well, is their situation, and work with that problems and with those uh, people is hard too.
Okay. Now,
Mhm.
Saul, you were starting to mention your reasons.
Oh, sure,
Yeah.
sure. Well, my reasons are more, I don't know, philosophical, I think. It's not related to my religion. I don't have religion. It's not related to my age. It's not related if I'm responsible or not. It's not related if I'm capable or not. Indeed, I really like them, you know. I love them. My niece is really great, and we are really good. But if we wanted, we would be really good parents. But I don't know, my ideas or what I think it's the world is way to collapse. I think to me it's there is no a good future for us. I don't want a kid in that future.
Mm,
So I would like to, if I'm able in the future, hopefully, I'm able to see something different. Probably, I would say, okay, I want a kid. But to me, it's more like that. It's the fact that we are running very fast to our destruction. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So that's what I think. It doesn't mean that I don't like them or I don't want it. It's more like that. And also, it's a different time right now. I mean, before probably we need more people, but in Latam, it's not like that. Probably in Japan or Europe, people need more kids right now, but here it's not like this. Also, probably it's that I don't know. We are we are from Venezuela, right? So we are being mistreated a lot from a lot of people. So I don't want them or I don't want her or him or them, you know, have
Experience.
the same experience that I've been living. So yeah, those are kind of my reasons. It's more, philosophical. Probably they are not going to have a good world to live. They are going to face a lot of problems, to face things that they shouldn't. But we are not able to fix this world, so they are going to receive, um, a world with a lot of problems. So those are my reasons and also my wise reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Well, so I'll have to say that those are pretty good reasons. What Kami says is also true, right? Like, and you all know my situation with Mackenzie, my daughter. So I'm not an active parent, but being a parent is absolutely really hard. And it takes 100% of your being to be a good parent. But so I understand Kami's perspective, but I really also share Saul's opinion that this is not really a great world to bring new children. I mean, look at the reality of the world, guys, on a micro scale, but also on a macro scale, right? Ecuador has experienced a lot of difficulty in the last few years. Venezuela has experienced a lot of difficulty in the last few decades. And right now, the world is experiencing conflict between superpowers that are very, very serious conflicts. The Israel Hamas situation, the Ukraine Russia situation, the China Taiwan situation, many situations. So, switching gears, what does it mean when I say switching gears?
Maybe changing the topic. I don't know.
Correct. Switching gears means cambiando de tema. So, switching gears now, I'd like to talk about this Israel situation for a moment. Now, Edward, what is your perspective about this conflict? I mean, what are your feelings, your thoughts, and your ideas related to this conflict?
Yeah, I was talking with that with Saul last week because I don't have more context on this conflict before this news that come this week or last week. But I believe that there is a irregular groups trying to make troubles in Israel, claiming something that probably is they are right, probably they're not. But the way that they are claiming that is not the way, because they choose the violence. So the only answer that you are gonna have is more violence. So violence makes more violence. That's a simple formula. So but for sure there is some injustice. I don't know if that's
Injustice is correct.
injustice in that conflict. There is injustice there. I'm not sure what is that in the injustice coming from. Probably the Palestinian people is suffering from a lot of time before, but for sure there is injustice in that conflict, I believe.
Thank you, Edward. Okay, now, Cami, what is Hamas?
It's a
Hamas.
group, right? A group
Yeah.
from Medio Oriente,
The Middle East.
Middle East.
Mm-hmm.
And I do have more information about it, but I listened to it's like the group in Colombia.
Like the
It's
FARC?
something like that.
Like the FARC?
Yes, FARC. That's
Well,
FARC.
the FARC is like actually, yes. It's a political terrorist organization. So Hamas is a terrorist organization, and I think it's important to remember that Israel was attacked by a terrorist organization, not by a country, not by Palestine. Right? Palestine did not attack Israel. Hamas and a terrorist group attacked Israel. Now, when did this conflict really begin? Edu said, I don't have a lot of context. Cami said, I'm not really sure about Hamas. So my question for the class, when did this conflict really start? Saul's doing a Google search. I see the illumination.
I searched Hamas
Video winner.
and Hamas Camilo Sesto.
What is it?
It's a singer.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, so when did this conflict start, guys?
I guess it has multiple layers.
Yes, it does. Let's peel back the layers.
Well, we can start 3,000 years ago. I mean, when Jude people, founded Jerusalem. So actually the conflict started when Rome, the Rome Empire took, Middle East, and then in that period of time, Jesus Christ was born and blah blah blah, right? Then I don't remember. I don't think that I know what is the name in English, but in Spanish it's Saladino, and also Persians. Saladin and Persians also defeated the Roman Empire and took, that Middle East territory. But I think in these 3,000 years, there were only kind of two centuries where there were not Jude people there. In this whole time, Jude people Jewish, or it's
Jewish. Hmm.
Jewish people were living there because they founded that, city, and that was their thing. Right now, I remember it was kind of 50 years ago, kind of 1953 or 1917. I don't remember. They and also after the World War II, they declared their independence, but there it was, as far as I know, there was not a country called Palestine. Okay, that country doesn't exist. Exists that adjective. The people is called Palestinian, but the country itself doesn't exist. So after they declared they were free, there were a lot of wars. They are still at war. So I guess the owners of the land are both of them indeed, because the reality is they are brothers and sisters. I mean, Muslim and Jewish people became from the same religion. Probably right now are two different religions, but it's the same. So, but it's the reality that we have right now. That's kind of the information that I know, but
Yeah, I was watching a YouTube video in a documentary video that asks some people. There is some territory that is marked for international laws that says this territory for Israel and this one is for Palestine, right? So there are some people in Israel that are established camps into the Palestinian territory, and the reason that I say that is that even that the law says that this territory is for Palestine, the Bible says that this is for Jewish people. So this is the promise. I don't know the tierra prometida.
The promised land.
Promised land. Yeah, exactly. But they don't need. They say that they don't need another reason for occupy that territory. But I think that religion doesn't rule the world anymore. So political does right now. So that's not a good reason today. Probably in some time, years or centuries ago, we that could be a good reason. But right now, it is not a good reason for occupy that territory.
Okay, thank you. So Saul, Edward, thank you, because both of you talked about different components that are true, but you're missing some key information. Now, this really started not 3,000 years ago, okay, but a few thousand years before that with Abraham, right? Abraham had two sons, Isaac and Ishmael. Ishmael was the father of the Arabic Muslim nations, and Isaac was the father of the Jewish people and the Jewish nations. Now, Abraham, in both religions, in Islam and Judaism, remember, the Jewish religion is called Judaism. They are not Christians, they are not Catholics, they are Jews. Now, both religions recognize Abraham as the father, the origin. And both religions say that Abraham received a promise from God that a specific land called Canaan was the promised land. The problem is Canaan had other people living there. From the beginning, Abraham was not from Canaan. Abraham was from Ur, another region of the Middle East. But God told Abraham to go to this land and his descendants would occupy this land. The problem is you have two groups that are his descendants. And both groups say, we are the chosen, los escogidos. We are the chosen group. We are the special group that received the blessing of God. So for these two groups, it is religious and it is territorial, not just for the Israelis, also for the Muslims. This is why the two most sacred relics in both religions are in Jerusalem. So the history of this continues. And the Jews occupy this land, but then they move and they occupy it again, and history continues. Remember Moses? This was before the Roman Empire that Saul talked about. Remember, the Egyptians had power before the Roman Empire existed. And during this time, the Egyptians enslaved the Jews, esclavizaron. They enslaved the Jews, the Egyptians. And who built the pyramids? The Jews, right? That's who built the pyramids. So it's the technique is a mystery. We don't know how they built the pyramids, but we know who did it, the slaves of the Egyptians. So the Jews enter and leave this land throughout history. And the same is true for the Muslims. And in some moments of history, they get along. What is get along?
Vivieron juntos.
Llevarse bien. That's get along. So in some parts of history, both groups get along, and in other parts of history, they do not. Now, where does the complication really begin? With the Roman Empire. Remember, the Roman Empire was from Italy. Rome is in Italy, in Europe. But the Mediterranean Sea connects Africa, the Middle East, and Europe. One body of water. So the Romans invaded the Middle East and Africa. Remember, the Roman Empire controlled Egypt. The Roman Empire controlled Jerusalem. An incredible thing. So this is when the Roman Empire was at its maximum power. And this was the time of Christ. Remember, when Christ was alive, the Jewish people were not free, and the Palestinian people were not free. Both of them were conquered by the Romans. So, after the time of Christ, the Romans adopted Christianity as the national religion of Rome. And this is the moment that Christianity went to Europe. Now remember, the Muslims are not Christian, and the Jews are not Christian. The Christians are the Europeans, the Americans, the Venezuelans, the Ecuadorians. We are the Christians, but the Muslims and Jews are not. So this was the first invasion of the Holy Land. Remember, holy means tierra sagrada. This was the first invasion of the Holy Land by Europeans.
Tierra Santa, my friend.
Tierra Santa. Yes, I think that's Javier.
I'm driving now.
Oh, okay. Javier, be careful, man. Be careful. I don't want you to have an accident, Javier.
Hands free. Wow.
Okay.
On the way.
The Tierra Santa, the Holy Land. Okay, so the Romans controlled the Holy Land. The Romans returned to Europe, and eventually the Roman civilization and empire collapsed. What happened after that, guys? Well, it didn't collapse. The Roman Empire didn't collapse, it transformed. What happened?
Divided in two groups, dividing the west and the east.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, and for the portion that stayed on the east, I remember that it was born empire that it was more orthodox. So,
right.
In 300 years after Christ, the Catholic Church was formed.
Bingo.
Thanks to Constantino, maybe?
Constantine. Thank you, Javier. You got it. So the Roman Empire fractured into two different empires, and it had two different kings. And Constantine unified the Roman Empire using Catholicism. Remember that before, the Romans were not Catholic. They believed in many gods. They were polytheistic. Polytheistic. That means more than one god. But he unified the Roman Empire through Christianity. Now, after the collapse of the Roman Empire, the monarchies of Europe became powerful. Now, remember, the Roman Empire didn't really collapse. It became a church. So if you say, where is all of the gold and the wealth of the Roman Empire? It's in the Vatican. So remember, the Vatican and the Pope were more powerful than the kings of Europe. And the kings of Europe, of Portugal and Spain and France and the UK, they invaded the Americas and colonized the Americas. But remember, before they did that, the Pope told the kings of Europe to invade the Holy Land and to fight the Muslims. And the Catholics invaded the Holy Land 13 times. This was the second time that Europeans invaded this region in the name of Christ. Okay, so guys, where I'm going with this is that Europeans are kind of the problem. Europeans and Americans, and what we do there, our interests in the region.
The Crusades.
The Crusades. How do you say the Crusades in Spanish? Los Cruzadas?
Las Cruzadas.
Las Cruzadas. 13 Crusades, guys. Millions of Muslims murdered. Millions. Okay? So after the Crusades, the Jews dispersed into Europe. The Jews moved into Europe. Poland, Germany. And remember what happened, guys? The monarchies in Europe collapsed in World War I. This is why World War I occurred. Because the collapse of the European monarchies. It was the first time that humanity was free of a king and an emperor. And this is when humanity decided to try to form nations and governments. But humanity did not know how to do that. We were new. We were like little children. So this is why you had Nazism and you had radical ideas in World War I. And think about Hitler. He tried to kill the Jews in Europe, right? Specifically the Jews. So guys, we'll pause there for now. We're going to pause at World War II, and we're going to talk a little bit more about this conflict so we can have a better understanding of what's happening. And I would like you to think about one thing, and this is what I would like you to do for next class. On the Google document, if you can, please open the Google document. I sent you the link. This is for our group class. So I would like each of you, please, to write your opinion to this question. Okay, I'm going to put the Google Doc here in the link of our Zoom meeting. Remember, the Zoom meeting, it saves our chat automatically. So you can always find the link of that Google Doc here. Okay, answer this question, guys. We're going to continue talking about this event, but write your response at least 150 words, please.
What's the question, Steve?
Yep, Javier, the question is on the Google Doc, but I will read the question to you now. The question says, how do you think the Israel-Hamas conflict will affect the world in terms of geopolitics and economics?
Nice question. Interesting
Okay.
one.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So we're going to get into this, guys. We're going to get into the economic impacts, the societal impacts. Will this be World War III, nuclear war? What are we talking about? Okay. So, guys, I enjoyed our first class. Thank you very, very much. And I will see you on Thursday. Go Ecuador, right? La tri.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you very much. Okay.
Thanks, Stephen. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See you.
Bye, Steve.
Nice to meet you guys.
Steve,
Thank
Bye.
can I talk to you a few minutes?
Yeah. Thank you, Javier.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Steve, I have problems.
Just one moment. Yeah, go ahead, Cami.
I have problems. I will show you.
Uh-huh.
Here. Let me show you.
Okay.
Well, you can listen to me when I present myself at the class.
Uh-huh.
I said yoga instructor information
Yeah.
because I'm started tomorrow
Okay.
for the course and I completely forgot about it.
Okay.
They sent me the email 2 hours ago.
Okay.
Invited me the class and to the classroom in Google the classroom, and yeah, I see the first class is tomorrow at 6 p.m.
Okay.
and here is the schedule.
Tomorrow at
I
6
have
p.m.
the first modulo. I don't know
The first
English.
module.
Module.
Uh-huh.
It's Wednesday at 6 p.m.
Okay.
Two classes Wednesday at 6 p.m. But then it's only in Saturdays.
Okay, no problem, Cami. So
Uh-huh.
we can change our Wednesday class. I mean, can you have class? You said you can't have class on Friday?
I think I can if
3 p.m.?
Friday 3
Yeah.
p.m. It's okay. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so Cami, let's make this change. So
Yeah.
you don't have a conflict with your course.
Thank you because
Yeah.
I noticed that right now.
No problem, no problem. So please look on the Google Calendar. I have made this change. So
Okay.
we will have English class with the group Tuesdays and Thursdays and one-on-one Friday
Yeah, at 3 p.m.
at 3 p.m.
Okay. Other thing, well, thank you for inviting me to the class.